Hey folks, welcome back to our Dice Tower preview. I'm Mark, and today we're taking a look at King of the West. King of the West is brought to you by Killer Games. It's for 2 to 3 players, ages 13 and up, and games range anywhere from 5 to 20 minutes. King of the West is a Weird West themed area control card game. Now, there are 3 different sets of characters which will be available at launch, and this is a pocket game. So one set can be played as a 2 to 3 player 18 card area control game. And this is really the main game, but multiple sets will allow you to play up to 9 players with modified rules and variants. Now, for the setup, for the main game, you will take the 9 building cards and randomly place them in a 3x3 grid to make up the town. Now, on the back of these cards will be an icon represented by your character. You will turn the cards with your icon towards you in this north, south, east, west positioning around the town. Now, since they are played randomly, the location of these target buildings will be different in every game. So on your turn, you can take up to 3 actions. You can claim a building, you can move, and shoot out. Shootouts are how you remove opponents from buildings you want. Now, you do this by trying to get into your opponent's head and outthink them using the nuanced rock, paper, scissors combat system in the game. The game ends when either a player starts their turn controlling all 3 target locations, or they are the only player controlling any buildings in the town. So let's take a little bit closer look at these 3 possible actions. First one is claiming location, very straightforward. If a building you have already claimed or own is next to one that is unclaimed, then you can simply turn the unclaimed version towards your location around the table, showing that you now own this building. And secondly, the other option is moving. And this is where you're going to give up a building to grab another. So you will turn the building you're moving from to empty or unclaimed, and then the adjacent building will be turned towards you, showing that you moved there and claimed it. Now, you can ever only own 5 buildings at any one time, and everything that you're doing in this grid is orthogonal. You cannot move diagonally. And then finally, we have the rock, paper, scissor mechanic, which is that shootout. So you'll be looking at the 3 cards in your hand, and you have guns blazing, ambush, and take aim. These cards are what you're going to be using for this rock, paper, scissor element of the game. And there's guidelines at the bottom of the card showing you what happens based on what card your opponent has played. Now, you're going to pick one of these in secret and then place it face down towards your opponent. They'll do the same, and then you'll flip simultaneously and carry out the instructions at the bottom of the card. You might cancel each other out, or you might take damage. And if you take damage, the way damage is represented is by losing buildings that you control. You will turn them to the empty spot or uncontrolled spot on the north, south, east, west positioning of the town. So showing that building is available and free to grab. So you can potentially have 1 or even 2 damage, and you could lose that many buildings when that happens. So it's an interesting mechanic for sure, and it does have that rock, paper, scissor element, but the way it's carried out in these gun battles is definitely intriguing. And the fact that it's a pocket game makes it a quick play for sure. Now, there's also a last-ditch effort in these gun battles. If there's only 2 players remaining and your opponent controls all 3 of the unique buildings, well, then you can attack them twice. So there's some definitely interesting variants there as you progress through these gun battles and try to prevent your opponent from grabbing those buildings. These buildings will be changing hands quite frequently, and again, that's how you win, by controlling the 3 unique buildings at the start of your turn. Now, there's all kinds of variants here. There's a team variant, and there's a no player elimination variant. So lots of different ways to play this game, but the reason you need the multiple packs is so you can expand the gameplay for sure. All right, folks, just a reminder once again, this has been a Dice Tower paid preview, and everything you've seen here has been in prototype form, so keep a close eye on the campaign for any changes that still may occur. Now, with that said, there's tons of different characters in this game, and one of the really nice variations is the fact you can give your characters asymmetric powers. Lots to choose from, but a couple examples. We have the Phantom. So when you lose to an ambush card, you cause your rival to also lose 1 location. And you have the Shade. So when you win with the ambush card, you cause your rival to lose an additional location. So there's lots of different directions that these powers can take you, and they add a lot of flavor to the game for sure. But folks, ultimately, if this looks like something that would be of interest to you, I'm sure they'd appreciate your support. So I think that's it for me, and until next time, we'll see you at the table.